And we back. And we black. And we back. Oh yeah, because we back. And we back. And we black. Because we back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is CJKyles, and you are now tuned in for another edition of the CJKyles experience. And I would just like to say thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world right now. You could have been anywhere in the world right now, but you are right here with me. And I appreciate you joining me live this afternoon for the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, it is close to a player's birthday. Yes, it is September 9th. I will be in the middle of the ocean, I think in Carousel. So September 9th, a player was born. If you would like to send some libations to Pass the Plate Ministries, please feel free to do so, if you will. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get into what we about to talk about, because y'all see the topic, y'all know what I got on the screen. Y'all see the thumbnail. And I'm not going to waste a lot of time because I am pretty busy today, but I got a little time today. Before we get into that, I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that notification button, hit that subscription button. Make sure you tell YouTube that you like what we're doing over here. You dig what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on like 4 hours of sleep right now. Just got off, came home, packed, went straight to the barbershop, came right back here. I don't stop because there is work that has to be done. And I think now is the appropriate time to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X, ladies and gentlemen, has been a topic of discussion, I believe, for the last 24 hours. I believe he has an album coming out. And for those of you who have been living under a rock, Lil Nas X is an openly gay rapper or singer. I don't know what he does because it sounds like I've never really heard him rap. I mean, I guess on Old Town Road, he rapped, I guess. But all the other songs that I've happened to run across from him sounds like he's singing. So I don't really know what to classify him as. Let's just call him an artist, right? He's an openly gay artist, and he has been promoting his projects. He has been doing a lot of trolling. And let me just say, as someone who respects trolling, as someone who likes to troll occasionally himself, from one occasional troll to another, I will say bravo. I can respect the trolling. I can respect the trolling, ladies and gentlemen. I can. But, and there is a but. I do feel like we have to be fair in this scenario. Now, let me give you a little background, right? So Lil Nas X has been releasing a series of videos, music videos, where there has been like naked men twerking in a video, and he's dancing on the devil and all that kind of stuff, really trying to like make a statement, right? Because it's one thing to let the world know you're gay. And I really feel like the world wouldn't even care if you're gay. Well, the world really doesn't care. I think for the most part, people don't care. If you're gay now, you're celebrated. Fair enough. And again, what a man chooses to do in his own bedroom, under his own time, with other consenting adults, I have no issue with. It's not my business. I don't care. But it seems as though to me that Lil Nas X and his team, they are relying heavily on the marketing, on the trolling, right? To get this album, this project push, whatever you want to call it. The first thing that I noticed was the Satan shoes that he came out with. I said, okay. That's kind of out there, but it is what it is. I mean, it's not shocking anymore. Um, then it was the BET Award performance, and then it was the Industry Baby, and again the Industry Baby song, and then it was the Dancing on the Devil, and just a whole lot of antics, gimmicks, if you will. And I feel like if you're an artist, a true artist at that, and maybe he's not, maybe this is just all for fun. Maybe he's just trying to get the bag while he's here. And it is what it is. More power to you. But I really feel like if you are a true artist, then sometimes you have to let your artistry speak for itself. So I would ask the question that if it was not for the antics, if it was not for the trolling, if nobody ever knew, and not saying that he should hide who he is, but if nobody ever knew that this man was an openly flamboyant gay man and there were no antics, just him and his music, would he be as talked about right now? That would be my question. And I get it. Sometimes you have to use what you got to get what you want. You have to use what you have to get what you want. From what I've heard from Lil Nas X, as far as music is concerned, I don't think he's that talented. I mean, Old Town Road was cool. It was a catchy little tune, but I don't think he's anything special. And I think they know that. That's why they have to rely heavily on the trolling and the antics in order for him to get some sort of buzz and promotion. You never hear that, oh, this is a hot record, let's just play it because it's hot. Because let's not get it twisted. Just because an artist is gay, that doesn't mean I wouldn't listen to their music if it's dope. Shout out to George Michael. Openly gay male. Shout out to George Michael. Dope artist. I love Careless Whisper, one of my favorite karaoke songs. So again, just because a man is gay, that doesn't change the fact that if he's talented and makes good music, that I wouldn't listen to it and that other people wouldn't listen to it. George Michael's one of the most celebrated artists on the planet. It is what it is, because good music is good music at the end of the day. So that's why I asked the question, if it was not for the antics, if it was not for the trolling, for the devil shoes with the blood in it, for popping your butt on Satan's lap, for posing on People magazine as being pregnant, and a lot of the other things he's done. And I get it. Trolling is fun. I won't lie to you. Trolling can be very fun, because it's fun to see people's reaction. But I am an agent of fairness. I feel like you have to keep the same energy. And here's why I say that. I was listening to The Breakfast Club this morning, which I rarely ever listen to. I think The Breakfast Club is trash. I think The Breakfast Club is absolutely trash. That's just my opinion. But the video came across my timeline today, and they were talking about Lil Nas X, the photo that's promoting his album, him posing as a pregnant person, right? And they were saying that, they didn't see the big deal. They were saying that they don't understand why people are making a fuss about it. They acted totally clueless, right? And then Lil Nas X, and I believe he posted a poster of the movie Twins. And I think it was a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger posing as a pregnant woman. I guess. I've never seen the movie. And then Charlamagne also brought up that they did an episode on a Cosby Show where all the men were pregnant. Okay. Fine. Fair enough. But here's the thing with this new era that we're living in, where you can't do or say anything without offending somebody, right? Because the people that ride for Lil Nas X, If anybody says anything that they don't like, they become offended. Well, here's the other side of the coin. Because some things that you could say 20 years ago and you could do 20 years ago might not be appropriate today, Charlamagne. That Cosby episode may not be appropriate today. Because there are some women that took offense to that. I seen it in your comment section. Right? I mean, you as a male posing as being pregnant, that could possibly be offensive to women who cannot carry. And the energy is the same with the Cosbys and the Twins movie or whatever you want to bring up. See, that is the thing with politically correctness. If you're going to do it, you have to give it away on both sides. And I am an agent of fairness. All I ask for is balance. I ask for balance because, again, I am a firm believer of being the walking example of what you want to see. I believe in that. I truly believe in being the walking example of being what you want to see. But I do believe in balance. And sir, what you did could be quite offensive to women who cannot carry a child. And let me be clear, because now we're starting to blur the lines on what we mean when we're talking about women. So let me be very, very clear when I say this. I am talking about women, females that were born biologically females that develop a uterus, ovaries, all that stuff. That is what I'm talking about. Not being offensive. I'm just stating a biological fact, and that is what I'm referring to. So it may be offensive to those women, to those females who cannot carry. You have to keep the same energy. You have to keep the same energy. And actually, I want to read one of the comments that one of their subscribers made on the Breakfast Club. I felt it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Oh, it went away. Damn it. Well, the comment pretty much said that all it pretty much said was it is offensive to women who can't carry. You don't know what it's like to carry a child and the trauma that comes with carrying a child and losing the child. It was in the lane of that. I'm paraphrasing, but it was pretty much in that lane. And again, this has nothing to do with his sexuality. I could care less about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I could care less about it, but I do believe in balance. Let me see. John Jackson said the agenda is to feminize black men. Well, men in general. Antisocial Socialite Podcast says cisgender heteronormative individuals. LOL. Yeah, the game is twisted right now. We are living in a world to where we don't know what is what and where the lines are starting to be blurred. But back to Lil Nas X. I do believe, like I said, sir, that picture could be seen as very offensive to biologically born females that develop a uterus and ovaries and everything like that. It may be traumatic for them, for you to take a picture like that. It could be looked at as mockery because, you know, the people were offended at the baby for making his comments, and whether you believe or not the baby was right or wrong, that's up to you. But the point is, people were offended and they were ready to cancel him. So where is cancel culture now? That is my question. Because there are a sector of people that are offended. This has nothing to do with sexuality. This has nothing to do with your pronouns or whatever you want, whatever. Nothing to do with that. I am simply talking about women who cannot come to term, who cannot carry a child to term, or may not be able to even have children, biologically born women with ovaries and a uterus. And I feel like it's so it's so funny that I have to say that, because people will come up in here and be like, well, what is a woman? And what, like, these are the type of questions that we have to ask ourselves now when we are dealing with people in the real world nowadays. I think it's interesting. Y'all see, I'm trying to watch my words because shout out to Lady A. Y'all see, I'm trying to watch my words because I haven't been monetized yet. I would still like to be monetized. So I'm watching my words and I'm being very tactful with how I say things. Oh boy. Shout out to Lady A. Calling him sir might be offensive at this point. Aren't there like 32 genders? Yeah, it might be. It just might be. But I want to know, where's that smoke? The same smoke that was had for the baby. Where is that smoke? I mean, because I'm going to even give Lil Nas X the benefit of the doubt, right? Maybe he didn't mean to offend anybody by that picture. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe that was not his intention. Maybe Charlemagne and DJ Envy were right and say, oh, he looks at the project as his baby. That is why he took the picture. We don't understand the idea. Okay. Let's take that into consideration. Maybe he did do it to not offend anyone. Well, the baby also said he didn't say what he said to offend anyone either. Not to hurt anybody. But guess what? People were hurt. People were hurt. And I know there are some people that are going to come in here and say, oh, you are comparing apples and oranges. No. I think these are the very same apples. Politically correctness is politically correctness. And you cannot choose. And you cannot have politically correctness when it's convenient. Well, I guess when you rule the society, I guess you can. But but still, I just wanted to bring that to the table real quick. I wanted to bring that to the table. And again, this has nothing to do with his sexuality. I don't care who he screws in his spare time. As long as the adults are willing and they are consenting, it's not my business. It's not my business, because I am always going to be the walking example of what I want to see. I realize that I cannot control the mass media, but what I do control, I will control it and run it as such. And that's pretty much it. That's all I can do. Be the walking example of what I want to see. But what I do want to see is balance, Lil Nas X. And I feel like you should be called out on that, because yes, you've offended a lot of people. And they may not be the loudest. And they may not have the loudest microphone or the loudest audience or the loudest reach. But sir, if that's what you choose to go by, I don't know at this point in time what the correct pronouns are or whatever. But yes, you've offended people. Maybe you should issue an apology like the baby had to. I don't know. I'm offended. I'm offended for the women who can't conceive or come to term or carry a child. I'm offended. Maybe you should apologize. I have women in my family. I know women personally that cannot have or carry children that really want to. I mean, that's just what it is. And I'm sure some of them might have taken offense to what you've done, even if you didn't mean it that way. And see, that's the thing sometimes. Sometimes we don't mean to hurt anybody, but when it comes down to politically correctness, doesn't matter. If you piss off enough people, you're canceled. If you piss off the person that's in charge, you're canceled. So I do believe we have to keep that same energy. And Lil Nas X, just because you have a bigger platform than mine, I don't feel that you're exempt. Because I'm sure if I say something that the people don't like, they will try to cancel me. I had 1,200 subscribers and they are trying to get me up out of here already. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Well, maybe I'm a threat. I don't know. Maybe they know I'm on to something. Can we give a shout out to my barber, bro? Like, my barber is like the truth, fam. Like, shout out to my barber. Put some respect on his name real quick. Let's see. Lady A says, you can't say anything when it's left-leaning. It's only traditional norms that are taboo and offensive. Yeah, I agree. But that has to change. We have to keep the same energy. And these are the conversations, because one thing that Charlamagne kept bringing up was hip hop and all that kind of stuff that dudes used to do. And it's not appropriate to do. And because it's not the thing to say or do today. Fair enough. But let's take that same point and flip it on this current situation. Just because you could do something like that 20 years ago, have a show with pregnant men and it all be jokes. Ha, 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 ha. It's funny now. It's funny then, right? Well, you have a sector of women who... Oh, shout out to my alarm. You have a sector of women who may not be too entertained by your joke, by your trolling. I'm just saying. You very well could have offended. I mean, I'm offended. I'm not going to lie to you. I am offended. And I feel like I deserve an apology. I mean, I feel like I deserve an apology as someone with an opinion, someone with a perspective, somebody with a microphone, somebody with lungs and a brain and that's breathing. I am entitled to an apology. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, because I am offended. Just like everybody who was offended with the baby situation, they have the right to be offended. Nobody's taking anything away from them. And they showed you what happens when you don't say the right things. Well, Lil Nas X, I feel you are doing the wrong thing. I feel like that photo that you've taken, that maternity mockery photo, I feel personally is offensive. And again, that has nothing to do with your sexuality. And guess what? Bill Cosby and all of them that did it, I'm offended now. They've offended me as well. So they owe me an apology too. But since this is the most current situation, you now owe me an apology, Lil Nas X. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And any other man that is going out and posing as pregnant and all that kind of stuff, I'm offended for the women who can't carry the term. So you owe me and those women an apology. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm offended now. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get my apology. Probably not. But it is what it is. So once again, marketing genius. But I am curious to see what those numbers are going to look like when that album actually drops. I don't know what the kind of emoji that is. I can't tell, Lady A. I know it's a black person doing something. What kind of... Hold on, let me see. Oh, the emoji is like it's cutting hair. Okay. I don't know what that means, Lady A. I don't know what that means, but I didn't plan to be on here too long. Oh boy, shout out to Nurse Viv in the building. Nurse Viv says, stop the effery, Lil Nas X. I said what I said. All I'm saying, Nurse Viv, is I'm personally offended for the women who cannot carry the term. We are in a politically correct climate right now. And we have to literally watch everything that we say and do. That's fine. All I ask is to keep the same energy. That's all I want. Keep the same energy on both sides. And to me, that was offensive. And I am now offended. Just like when the baby said what he said. when he said all the girls, if your coochie, if it's wet like water, put your hands up. Well, I'm sure the women whose coochies cannot get wet like water, they are now offended as well. It is now not politically correct to say something like that. All the dry coochie women of the world, they're all offended. You cannot say that. You can't say it now. Sorry. If your coochie is dry, the baby was excluding you and he wishes all harm on you. Oh, and no, he doesn't wish harm on you, but don't put your hands up. That's for damn sure. If your coochie is dry, you can't put your hands up. Not at that concert. So yeah, no, seriously though, I'm offended, and there are a lot of other women that are offended as well. So I don't know. Maybe maybe somebody who's watching this can send this to Lil Nas X, and I really do feel like he owes an apology, because that can come off as mockery and being offensive. Nurse Viv says, do y'all think there's someone behind him telling him the antics are cool, or is he a millennial just doing what he wants? Oh, I believe he definitely has a team behind him. He has a team behind him. They're trying to capitalize off his notoriety. I feel like he probably signed the deal, and they realize that he's not talented. But they used the whole gay thing and they shifted it into overdrive because they knew that people are easily triggered. And a lot of straight men are easily triggered. I mean, that's just what it is. You show some stuff like that, cats get all up in an uproar. It is what it is. I mean, it's good marketing. I'm not mad at them for that. And the trolling, I mean, it is what it is. The offense was the point for dude. He planned for this effect. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, King Gene, I'm offended now. He owes me an apology, just like anybody else that has done anything wrong in life ever in history. They all owe me an apology, and they owe you an apology, and they owe Nurse Viv an apology. We all need an apology. Politically correctness needs to be fair on both sides. Let's see. Lumen Ebony says, exactly. Some groups are overprotected and others aren't at all. You get canceled for saying men can't have kids, but not canceled for saying all men are trash. He's an industry plant for the purpose of pushing an agenda. Well, he has a song called Industry Plant. He's admitted he's an industry plant. I mean, it is what it is. Me personally, I think if you really wanted to get an agenda pushed, let's just say you really did want to get an agenda push, right? Why not push it with somebody who's more talented? Like, if your objective is to push the gay agenda and you want, that's what you want to do, fine. Why not pick somebody who's way more talented, though, that can really make good music that most people can enjoy from a general standpoint? Like Frank Ocean, isn't he gay? But Frank Ocean was a dope artist. He made great music. He's gay, though, I think. Last time I heard, allegedly, right? I thought he was anyway. But he makes great music. I bump Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean's dope. He's gay. It is what it is. But it's just like Lil Nas X. And see, Frank Ocean, he said he was gay, but there were no antics behind it. I'm gay. It is what it is. Frank Ocean said that. All right. Okay. Was what it was. Continue to make music. To continue to make good music. That's what I'm saying. It's the antics at the end of the day. They know straight men, a lot of straight black men are very easily triggered. And I do feel that if sometimes we didn't give attention to certain things, they would just go away. But it is what it is. You can't help it. He says the only thing he has going for him is his ability to trigger. He has no real talent. I agree. Old Town Road was a cool song. It was a cool song. It was a catchy little song. It was what it was. The kids loved it. I heard it on a cruise ship last month. It's a catchy song. I want to take my horse to the old town. I mean, it's catchy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's catchy. The push is not legitimate. People who choose a lifestyle are proud of it. Let's see. Bloom and Ebony says, that's what I think. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Lil Nas X targets kids. I agree. He has a coloring book out. And here's my thing. And here's the argument that Lil Nas X and his supporters are going to use, which you have to take into consideration. I'm fair. And that's all I can ask for. As parents, it is the parents' job to explain what they feel are ethical rights and wrongs. It is their job to do that. It is the parents' job. It's not Lil Nas X's job to raise other people's children. I understand that point of the game. I understand that point. It's not his job. Parents have to be mindful, and they have to explain that, this is the world we live in. Whatever your beliefs may be, whatever you want your kid to be, this is what they do out there, but this is what we believe. You have to explain that, and you have to learn tolerance. You dig what I'm saying? And be the walking example of what you want to see. You do, because that is the world we live in. You see, you have to have your kids adapt. Even if you don't believe in certain lifestyles and certain social norms, it's still your job to be their teacher. It's your job. It's definitely your job to be their teacher. And that is the argument they're going to use. And I have to agree with that. But at the same time, I can't ignore what they're pushing, what the agenda that's being pushed, because I see there is no balance. The balance is starting to shift really towards one way. There is no balance. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That is why you have to be the teacher first. If you want your child to grow up with certain beliefs and think in a certain way, that's fine. If your way is a way that doesn't satisfy the norm, that's fine too. But you have to teach them how to adapt and move accordingly. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I have for this afternoon. I may do a broadcast tonight once I get to Miami. Depends on how I feel, because a player is pretty sleepy right now. I'm off to get a COVID test in a few minutes, just to make sure a play is good before we get up on that ship. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in whenever you may be listening to this. It is a pleasure of mine to have you here with me. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscription button, that notification bell, so you don't miss any of the content that we have right here on the High Value Nurse channel. And yes, people, I am going to start doing more nursing content. But, it's just what I do. Things come out, I talk about it. It's still a business, baby. Still a business. But before you all go, I have to give you the famous, thank you, Nurse Viv. Thank you very much. I have to give you the famous joke of the day. Are you ready? Where are the people who are looking for the joke of the day? Are you ready for the joke of the day? Because I know to God I'm ready. I know I'm ready. Are y'all ready for the joke of the day? Well, here we go. Let me stop the music. Let's see. Let's go. Joke of the day. Here we go. What did baby corn say to mama corn? What did baby corn say to mama corn? Where's popcorn? Ladies and gentlemen, that has been today's episode of the CJK Experience. I greatly appreciate you being here with me this afternoon. I have to finish getting myself together. Time to go. Make sure y'all go over to the Traveling Heartbeats YouTube channel, where you can see the vlog adventures from myself and Didi. And as we travel this world, probably mostly cruise by mostly cruise ships. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you rocking with me this afternoon. It has been wonderful, and I love y'all. What more can I say? So I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Peace. Yep, I was live. So good thing I ain't say nothing incriminating.